Fisk unit. Fisk unit. What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist unit while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Alright, listen. It's begun. It has begun. The off-season beef between Daniel Jones and the front office has officially begun. Daniel Jones took the first shot last night, and I'm proud of him. I'm so proud that Daniel Jones answered those questions the way he did, because he's setting the tone. He will not be lowballed. All right, Daniel Jones is sick of playing with filth. Daniel Jones is sick of this organization failing him. Daniel Jones is sick of this fan base, and Daniel Jones is sick of this front office doing dumb stuff the whole first 4 years he was here. Whether it's Joe Judge, whether it's firing Sherman completely too early. Because I was thinking about this, right? Because I had to clap somebody on my live stream on Blood Money on my other channel. I know I have a channel I talk about teams other than the Giants. And he was talking about, when has Daniel Jones ever been as good as he was this year? I'm like, wait a minute. This kid threw 24 touchdowns and 12 starts as a rookie, and he ain't touched it since. He was drafted for Pat Shermer's offense, which is why he looked so immaculate in Pat Shermer's offense, and they fired him and replaced it with Joe Judge and Jason Garrett. And he had to sit through 2 years of regression under an inept coaching staff before he gets Brian Daboll back. Okay, he gets Brian Daboll, another good coach. He gets a good coach back who can make him look good. And then the year he gets Brian Daboll, they trade Tony. Galladay can't sniff the field. Even though you can't tell me Darius Slayton is better than Galladay. I don't want to rehash that. And then you just... If y'all don't see the problem, I don't know what to tell you. Evan Neal getting whipped like he stole something in the 4th grade. Okay. Isaiah Hodgins, we want you back. I ain't going to slander you. Richie James dropping wide open touchdowns. Okay. Darius Slayton, the first pass he throw to Darius Slayton get picked off. I mean, Daniel Jones is not going to take a penny less than what he wants for putting up with the ineptitude of the New York Football Giants. If this kid was on San Francisco, he'd be an MVP. If he was on the New Orleans Saints, he'd be an MVP. If he was in Indianapolis, they would have won that freaking division. But no, he's stuck on this filthy Giants team where they can't make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, they can't do nothing right. They can't make a cup of coffee. They can't fix peanut butter and jelly. They can't even microwave a TV dinner, for crying out loud. All right, this front office has done nothing but fail Daniel Jones, and he wants to be compensated. He wants to be paid in full because you didn't believe in him, you didn't give him a 5th-year option, and you sent the message to him that this is business. So you know what Daniel Jones is thinking right now? It's business. If you want me, you're going to pay me. Bottom line. And here's a catcher too with the Giants, right? Here's the sad part about what Joe Schoen did. And I told y'all, the rapture begins today, because I told y'all a year ago when he didn't pick that 5th-year option up, that was going to be the dumbest thing he did. And I held him accountable for that all offseason. I told y'all he should have picked up that 5th-year option, because now Daniel Jones got him under a barrel. He got him under the barrel. So instead of giving Daniel Jones $23 million this season, he got to give him 45, not 30. Because remember, Giants fans, if they tag him for $30 million, other teams can negotiate with Daniel Jones. And then they can offer him a contract. And if the Giants don't match that contract, we get 2 first-round picks. Daniel Jones is worth more than 2 first-round picks. They're not giving him that $30 million tag. They got to tag him for the exclusive tag, that $45 million tag that Lamar's going to get. That's the tag they got to hit Danny with, because the Giants don't want Danny negotiating with another team. The last thing the Giants want is the Washington Commanders or the New York Jets overpaying Daniel Jones and they can't match it. That's the last thing they want. So they're going to tag him for 45, because I doubt they're going to give him the 50 that he wants. I doubt that. I highly doubt Joe Schoen is going to want to give Danny $50 million a year. I doubt that. So they're probably going to tag him for the 45. And when they tag him for the 45, that means Saquon's probably going to walk out the door. I'm going to get to Saquon later in the week because it's the off season. It ain't like we got anything better to do. But this is officially the beginning of the Daniel Jones versus the Giants Cold War. It's going to be a Cold War. It ain't going to get messy like Dak and Jerry because the Giants are the CIA. Okay, the Giants don't nothing get out with the Giants. It's going to be a Cold War. Okay, Dak and Jerry was like freaking, that was like Vietnam or WW2 or something like that. He just explosions everywhere during that negotiations. The Giants is going to be real CIA like. It's going to be real quiet, and y'all just going to have to come back to my channel on the regular to get the news, because I'm going to get all the news. I'm going to get all the leaks, and I'm going to report on every little thing because it's the off season, and I have nothing better to do. So you're just going to have to check my channel out for all the leaks. But if you read these comments from Daniel Jones, how non-committal can you be? He sound like Tom Brady. Daniel Jones sound like Tom Brady after he lost to the Cowboys. That dude ain't commit to nothing. He gave a farewell speech to the Buccaneers without giving a farewell speech. That boy Daniel Jones gave a farewell speech to the Giants without giving a farewell speech. Do you see these quotes? Do you see these quotes? I mean, my freaking gosh. He said when they asked if he wants to return to the Giants, because he ducked them like 3 times, and I quote, like I said, we will cross that bridge when we get there. I really enjoyed with an ED playing here. I appreciate all of the guys in that locker room. It is a special group of guys, and I have really enjoyed being a part of it. He said, we will figure out where that goes, but I have nothing but love and respect for this organization and the group of guys in that locker room. That man gave a farewell speech at the podium. He want his money. And I told y'all this would happen. I told y'all this would happen. You disrespected that man. He went out there and he proved himself to be a franchise quarterback, and now he's going to make you pay. That balloon payment is due. You should have been respectful, Joe. And this is my thing. Everybody wants to praise Dable. They want to praise Joe Shane. That's fine. Give him a bouquet of flowers, whatever. But they should have gave him that 5th-year option. They didn't believe in Daniel Jones, and now they got to pay for it. I told y'all back in May, I would rather have Daniel Jones be a $23 million bridge quarterback than have to pay him $50 million off one good season. Because even I said I want to see Danny do it twice. I said that. I said it's cheaper to make Danny do it twice than to have him do it once and pay him $50 million. I specifically said this. The videos are still up. You could go back and look. The live streams are still there. I said the smart thing to do with Danny is to give him the 5th-year option. Because if he has a great winning season, you don't have to overreact and overpay him. You can make him do it twice for cheap. You can make him do it twice for cheap. Now, it's going to cost you $45 million at least to see him do it twice. In life, you got to think 3 steps ahead. In life, you have to think 3 steps ahead. Those who live in the moment, those who are unprepared, those who fail to see the forest through the trees will always fail. They will always make mistakes, and they will always start back from the beginning, because it's better to do something right the first time than have to double back, restart, do it all over again. Period. And that's for any walk of life. Do it right the first time. You'll save a lot more time than having to start over. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy for Danny, and I hope he get a private jet. I hope he get 2 parking spaces. I hope he get a whole VIP booth for the family. I hope he get a personal chauffeur. I hope he get a secretary. I hope he get an office in MetLife like Russell Wilson got in Denver. I hope Daniel Jones takes this organization to the cleaners for the crap he's had to put up with for 4 freaking seasons. I want Daniel Jones to get everything that's coming to him and then some. I want Daniel Jones to walk in front of MetLife and see the world is yours blimp like Scarface flying through the sky, rain of money on him, because he's had to put up with so much junk and dysfunction, filth, and flat out disbelief in him for 4 years. For 4 years. It's time to make him pay. The same way Dak Prescott wanted that validation from his contract, Daniel Jones wants that validation from his contract, and he gonna get it. He's gonna get it because the Giants can't let him walk out the door. We're stuck. We just went to the second round of the playoffs. He won over 70% of the fan base, and they in the locker room loves him. The Giants are stuck, and Danny knows that, and I can't wait for him to get what he deserves. On a closing note, I hate the Eagles and can't wait to see them lose. That's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you're rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.